Question number 1. Nehru clearly said that he had to check disruptionist tendencies caused due to partition and make the nation strong and united. Both Prime Minister Nehru and Deputy Prime Minister Dash were against the creation of linguistic states.
You're right. Vallabhbhai Patel is the correct answer. Question number 2. In 1950, the government set up a planning commission to help design and execute suitable policies for economic development. What were focused upon in the second 5-year plan for economic development and to create more jobs? Exactly. Heavy industries make sense, and it is right choice. Question number 3. What was the revolt against the British East India Company that failed and resulted in India becoming a colony of the British Empire? Valid point. Sepoy Rebellion is true. Question number 4. Partition created a number of problems for independent India. The first and foremost task was to rehabilitate the refugees who had come into the country from the newly born Pakistan. When did India become independent? Clear logic. Your choice, August 15, 1947, is sound and 100% true. Question number 5. Both Prime Minister Nehru and Deputy Prime Minister Vallabhbhai Patel were against the creation of linguistic states. After the partition, who said the line, disruptionist tendencies had come to the fore? Well reasoned. Jawaharlal Nehru is the correct choice.
Question number 6. A written constitution was essential for the newly independent India. For this, a series of meetings on the country's political future were held. When did the Indian constitution come into being?
Correct response, 26th January 1950 is the most accurate answer. Question number 7. The new state of Andhra Pradesh came into being on 1st October 1953. Other linguistic communities also began demanding separate states. In 1966, the state of Punjab was divided into dash. Sharp thinking. Punjab and Haryana is the right choice. Question number 8. On the 26th January 1950, the Constituent Assembly of India adopted the Constitution of India. Good job. Your answer false works well here. Question number 9. Who was a Gandhian leader who died fasting for a separate state for Telugu speakers? Perfect. Short Srirams is the correct choice. Question number 10. State true or false the SAARC has its permanent secretariat at Kathmandu? Excellent. True is a brilliant choice.
Question number 11. Which chairman of the Constitution Drafting Committee played the most important role in framing the Constitution of India and supervised the finalizing of document?
Nice selection. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is the correct and valid answer. Question number 12. A strong feeling of pride in and devotion to one's country is dash.
Great job. Nationalism is the accurate answer.
Question number 13. Does this map depict India before or after partition? Correct. Before is the right answer. Question number 14. Which imperialist nation controlled India from 1858 to 1947? Nice work. You chose England, and it is correct. Question number 15. The majority of India's population is made up of a dash. You got it? Your choice Hindus is right. Question number 16. The strongest protest came from the Telugu-speaking district of the Madras Presidency. When did the new state of Andhra Pradesh come into being? solid response. 1st October 1953 is a valid choice. Question number 17. Under the leadership of Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the Muslim League believed in the creation of a separate Muslim state. They created the nation of...
Bravo. Pakistan is the answer.
Question number 18. Chief Architect of the Constitution of India. Excellent choice. Babasaheb Ambedkar is the right answer. Question number 19. The death of Dash sparked off such violent protests that the government was forced to give in to the demand for linguistic state of Andhra. Nicely done. Short Srirams is a solid answer. Question number 20. When was the Planning Commission established? Right again. In 1950 is a valid answer.
Question number 21. State true or false by the end of 1954, Portuguese colonial rule in Puducherry, Chandanaga, May, Karaikal and Yanam came to an end.
Well done. False is the right choice. Question number 22. Who had given the slogan of do or die during All India Congress Committee in Bombay and ratified the Quit India resolution? Smart pick. Mahatma Gandhi is the correct choice.
Question number 23. The leader who went on hunger strike for the Andhra Pradesh to protect the interest of Telugu speakers is...
Well picked. Short Srirams is the correct answer. Question number 24. The Planning Commission designed and executed suitable policies for economic development based on a Dash model. Right choice. Mixed economy is the best answer. Question number 25. Apart from building dams, name the important sector that was focused strongly on the second five-year plan. You chose heavy industries like steel, and it is correct. Question number 26. Which was the first of the 4 dams built on the Chambal River in Madhya Pradesh? It was completed in 1960. Strong choice. Gandhi Sagar Dam is the right answer. Question number 27. Which were the princely states that posed a challenge as their rulers did not agree to accede to India? On track. Junagadh, Hyderabad, and Kashmir is the correct answer. Question number 28. Who am I? Good thinking. Bhagat Singh is the right answer.
Question number 29. Name the place in India where the Hindu ruler Maharaj Hari Singh ruled a majority of Muslim people.
Great thinking. Kashmir is the right choice. Question number 30. Dash argued it was the upper castes who were responsible for the Harijans being unfit today. Smart move. H.J. Khandekar is an accurate answer. Question number 31. Initially, the princely states of Junagadh, Kashmir and Hyderabad decided to remain independent. You chose true, and it is correct. Question number 32. If the divisions between different sections of India were not healed, what would be the result? Well picked. Violent and costly conflicts is the correct answer. Question number 33. The Constitution sought to balance the competing claims by providing 3 lists. These were: Smart move. Union, state and concurrent is an accurate answer. Question number 34. In which dash place and dash months and dash a year did Mahatma Gandhi's ashes being immersed? You got it. Your choice, Allahabad, Feb 1948 is right. Question number 35. What was the demand of protest in 1952 when Nehru went in campaign during general election? Correct response. Formation of Andhra is the most accurate answer. Question number 36. The discussions resulted in the farming of the Constitution, which came into effect in dash.
Sharp thinking. 26 Jan 1950 is the right choice. Question number 37. What was the name of the man who argued that untouchable people should have reserved seats?
Great thinking. H. Kondekar is the right choice.
Question number 38. Who was the president of the Constituent Assembly that held the independence meeting?
Nice work. You chose Rajendra Prasad, and it is correct. Question number 39. Name the Gandhiji follower who wrote to study about natural balance before development. Walid Meraben is true. Question number 40. Based on which of the following did India, after independence, reorganize the states? Strong choice. Language is the right answer. Question number 41. A partition of India on the basis of religion and dominated by Hindus called by dash. Right choice. Jawaharlal Nehru is the best answer. Question number 42. What was established by Indian nationalists in 1885 to fight for Indian self-rule? Well reasoned. Indian National Congress is the correct choice.
Question number 43. Who became leader of the Indian National Congress and Indian independence in 1920?
Exactly. Mahatma Gandhi makes sense, and it is right choice. Question number 44. Who was the first and the only woman to hold the office of the president in India? Great job. Talent Patil is the accurate answer. Question number 45. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee of the Constitution.
Nicely done. True is a solid answer.
Question number 46. 5-year plans were formulated by the government to ensure growth and progress. Excellent choice. True is the right answer. Question number 47. The person who played a very important role in drafting the Constitution dash. Good thinking. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is the right answer. Question number 48. Which event saw campaigns against tax and acts of defiance against the British? Good job. Your answer, Salt March, works well here. Question number 49. How many countries of the world joined the Conference of Bandung in Indonesia?
Bravo. 29 countries is the answer.
Question number 50. Who introduced the resolution that outlined the objectives of the Constitution?
Correct. Jawaharlal Nehru is the right answer.
Question number 51. One of the greatest success stories of India is its economic transformation. Well done. True is the right choice. Question number 52. Which language is compulsory for eligibility of central government services? You're right. Hindi and English is the correct answer. Question number 53. What rivalry developed over how India should be governed after independence? Clear logic. Your choice, Hindu-Muslim, is sound and 100% true. Question number 54. On which country's model did Jawaharlal Nehru develop the 5-year plans? Excellent. Soviet Union Russia is a brilliant choice. Question number 55. Rice and wheat producing areas went into which country after partition dash? Right again. Pakistan is a valid answer. Question number 56. What type of protests did Gandhi use in his fight for Indian independence? Perfect. Non-violent is the correct choice.
Question number 57. When the India celebrated 60 years of its existence as a free nation.
On track. On the 15th August 2007 is the correct answer.
Question number 58. Both Prime Minister and a Deputy Prime Minister were against creation of.
Solid response. Linguistic states is a valid choice.
Question number 59. Mukti Vahini was formed by the Bengali population under the leadership of.
Nice selection. Muzibur Rehman is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 60. In which year Indian Army expelled the Portuguese from the state of Goa?
Smart pick. 1961 is the correct choice.
Question number 61. 5 principle which from the basis of India foreign policy is known as.
Correct response. Panchsheel is the most accurate answer.
Question number 62. At what age the people of India are allowed to vote according to your book?
Clear logic. Your choice 21 is sound and 100% true.
Question number 63. In the first national election, only men of age 30 were allowed to vote. Smart pick. False is the correct choice.
Question number 64. Who was a major contributor to the creation of India's nuclear weapons?
Great thinking. Indira Gandhi is the right choice. Question number 65. The Nawab of Hyderabad fled to Pakistan after the plebiscite was held.
You're right. False is the correct answer.
Question number 66. Where do Indian Prime Minister host the flag on the 15th August every year? Good thinking. Red Fort is the right answer.
Question number 67. The second 5-year plan focused on the development of agriculture. Great job. False is the accurate answer. Question number 68. The institution that drafted the Constitution of India was called the. Right again. Constituent Assembly is a valid answer.
Question number 69. Who went on the hunger strike demanding the formation of Andhra state?
Good job. Your answer short swearums works well here.
Question number 70. Gandhi shifted the Indian National Congress goal from self-rule to.
Right choice. Independence is the best answer. Question number 71. What was the meeting named where 300 people met for political future?
Solid response. Constituent Assembly is a valid choice. Question number 72. The Indian Constitution has borrowed the ideas of preamble from the. Excellent. Constitution of USA is a brilliant choice.
Question number 73. The bilingual state of Bombay was divided into separate states for.
Exactly. Marathi and Gujarati speakers make sense and it is right choice.
Question number 74. Who was the first Governor General of Pakistan after independence?
Perfect. Muhammad Ali Jinnah is the correct choice.
Question number 75. Who gave the slogan, "Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it"?
Smart move. Bal Gangadhar Tilak is an accurate answer.
Question number 76. How many princely states were there in India after independence? Nice selection. Find 50 is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 77. The rulers of princely states were called as Nawabs or Maharajas.
Strong choice. True is the right answer.
Question number 78. Which one of the following words terms refer to the right to vote? Correct. Franchise is the right answer. Question number 79. The Constituent Assembly was made up of members of Muslim League.
Excellent choice. False is the right answer.
Question number 80. Who gave the slogan, "Give me blood and I shall give you freedom"?
Sharp thinking. Cent is the right choice.
Question number 81. The government instituted Planning Commission after independence.
Well picked. True is the correct answer.
Question number 82. Which is the largest slum in the world and where is it located?
Valid point. Dharavi, Mumbai is true.
Question number 83. In 1930, the state of Bombay was divided into Dashi and Gujarat.
You chose Maharashtra, and it is correct.
Question number 84. Farmers and peasants were dependent on what for their survival?
Bravo. Monsoon season is the answer.
Question number 85. When did the states of Punjab and Haryana came into existence?
Nicely done. 1966 is a solid answer. Question number 86. Constitution of India was adopted by Constituent Assembly on.
Well reasoned. 26 Nov 1949 is the correct choice. Question number 87. Which article is related with abolition of untouchability?
Well done. Article 17 is the right choice.
Question number 88. In 1966, the state of Punjab was divided into Punjab and Dash.
Nice work. You chose Haryana, and it is correct.
Question number 89. Guess who am I? I belong to a Marathi-speaking Dalit family.
On track. Dr. Ambedkar is the correct answer. Question number 90. The new state of Andhra Pradesh came into being in the year. You got it. Your choice 1 October 1953 is right. Question number 91. One of the world's largest slums is Dash in Bombay.
Valid point. Dharavi is true.
Question number 92. Which of the princely state wanted to merge with Pakistan?
Excellent choice. Junagadh is the right answer.
Question number 93. Subjects such as taxes and defense were covered under Dash.
Correct response. Union list is the most accurate answer.
Question number 94. India's population in 1947 was large, almost dash million.
Great thinking. 345 is the right choice. Question number 95. Dash served as a president of the General Assembly in 1953.
Smart pick.
Vijay Lakshmi Pandit is the correct choice.
Question number 96. Dash was the first foreign minister of independent India.
Excellent. Jawaharlal Nehru is a brilliant choice.
Question number 97. Who was the first woman to be the Chief Minister of India?
Right again. Sucheta Kripalani is a valid answer.
Question number 98. At independence, the majority of Indians lived in cities.
Bravo, false is the answer.
Question number 99. What was name of protester who died in protest for Andhra?
Sharp thinking. Short Srirams is the right choice.
Question number 100. When did the new state of Andhra Pradesh come into being?
Great job. 1st October 1953 is the accurate answer.
Question number 101. Who conveyed a warning on the behalf of people of South?
Nicely done. T.T. Krishmachari is a solid answer. Question number 102. Dharavi, the largest slum of the world, is situated in?
Well reasoned. Mumbai is the correct choice.
Question number 103. How many people were divided in 1947 after independence?
Well done. 345 million is the right choice.
Question number 104. Who was the chief architect of the Indian Constitution?
Nice selection. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 105. When did the first War of India independence happen?
Right choice. 1857 is the best answer.
Question number 106. What was the minimum age to vote earlier in 19th century? Good thinking. 21 is the right answer. Question number 107. By whom the princely state was ruled most of the time?
Perfect. Both Maharaja and Nawabs is the correct choice.
Question number 108. When did India celebrate its 60 years of its existence?
Nice work. You chose 15 Aug 2007 and it is correct.
Question number 109. Bhilai steel plant was set by India with the help of?
Well picked. Asa is the correct answer.
Question number 110. Lots of people were killed during partition of India.
Good job. Your answer true works well here.
Question number 111. Babasaheb belonged to a Dash-speaking Dalit family.
Solid response. Marathi is a valid choice.
Question number 112. In Dash, the second 5-year plan was formulated.
Smart move. 1957 is an accurate answer.
Question number 113. Leaders of Asian and African countries meet at Dash.
You're right. Bandung, Indonesia 1955 is the correct answer.
Question number 114. Plebiscite was conducted to be in Union of India in?
On track. Junagadh is the correct answer.
Question number 115. Dash is known as the father of Indian Constitution.
Correct. B.R. Ambedkar is the right answer.
Question number 116. The Hindu ruler of Kashmir was Maharaja Hari Singh. You chose true, and it is correct. Question number 117. Muhammad Ali Jinnah was the leader of which group? You got it. Your choice Congress Party is right.
Question number 118. The Bhilai steel plant was set up in the year Dash.
Exactly. 1959 makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 119. Who was against Hindi being imposed on South India?
Clear logic. Your choice T. Krishnamachari is sound and 100% true.
Question number 120. Dash was the first Deputy Prime Minister of India.
Strong choice. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel is the right answer.
Question number 121. Who is the author of the National Anthem of India? You chose Rabindranath Tagore. And it is correct. Question number 122. On which sector the second-year plan was focused? Sharp thinking. Heavy industries like steel is the right choice. Question number 123. In which year Maharashtra and Gujarat state form?
Perfect. 1960 is the correct choice.
Question number 124. The second 5-year plan was formulated in 1952.
Bravo. False is the answer.
Question number 125. Who was the first president of independent India?
Nicely done. Rajendra Prasad is a solid answer.
Question number 126. How many Indians form the Constituent Assembly? Great thinking. 300 is the right choice. Question number 127. Who was the Free India's first Governor General? Strong choice. S. Rajagopalachari is the right answer.
Question number 128. New state of Andhra Pradesh came into being Dash.
Well picked. 1st Oct. 1953 is the correct answer.
Question number 129. East India Company was first established in dash.
Right again. Surat is a valid answer.
Question number 130. Which industry was set up with the help of Usher?
Nice work. You chose Bhilai Steel Plant, and it is correct.
Question number 131. The people who migrated to India from Pakistan?
Well reasoned. Refugees is the correct choice. Question number 132. India celebrated its 60th year of independence. You got it. Your choice on August 15th, 2007 is right. Question number 133. When was Punjab divided into Punjab and Haryana? Right choice. 1966 is the best answer. Question number 134. The great person who lived from. Excellent. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is a brilliant choice. Question number 135. During 1950s, minimum age for right to vote was.
Great job. 21 is the accurate answer.
Question number 136. Policy of non-alignment was introduced by dash.
Good job. Your answer, PT. Jawaharlal Nehru works well here. Question number 137. How many days died his fast short Srirams? You're right. 58 days is the correct answer. Question number 138. The population of India in 1947 was 38 crore. Solid response. False is a valid choice. Question number 139. When did Bangladesh become a separate nation?
Nice selection. 1971 is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 140. After the end of the 12th five-year plan on dash.
Correct. 31st March 2017 is the right answer. Question number 141. Who is the father of the Indian Constitution? Exactly. Bhimrao Ambedkar makes sense, and it is right choice. Question number 142. The bilingual state of Bombay was divided in. Clear logic. Your choice, Marathi and Gujarati, is sound and 100% true. Question number 143. When did Britain grant India's independence? On track. 1947 is the correct answer.
Question number 144. What year did Britain grant India self-rule?
Smart move. 1935 is an accurate answer. Question number 145. Indian Constitution came into effect in dash. Well done. 1950 is the right choice. Question number 146. When did the Constituent Assembly was held? 1946. 1949 is the correct choice. Question number 147. Under the concurrent list, what was covered? Valid point. Agriculture is true. Question number 148. Dash was the first Indian Governor General.
Excellent choice. C. Rajapalachari is the right answer.
Question number 149. The island of Ceylon became the country of. Good thinking. Sri Lanka is the right answer. Question number 150. When did Indian and Pakistan partition held? Correct response. 1947 is the most accurate answer. Question number 151. Among all princely states, who was powerful? Clear logic. Your choice Hyderabad is sound and 100% true. Question number 152. When was Indian became Democratic Republic? January 26, 1950 is the accurate answer. Question number 153. Goan people fought for their freedom under.
Correct. Tristão de Bragança Cunha is the right answer.
Question number 154. Who was the first Vice President of India?
Bravo. Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan is the answer.
Question number 155. Which of these is an Eastern Bloc country?
Excellent choice. Poland is the right answer.
Question number 156. Who was the first Prime Minister of India?
Nice selection. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 157. Who was the last British Viceroy in India? On track. Lord Mountbatten is the correct answer.
Question number 158. Which is biggest challenge for India-eyed?
Well picked. Removing poverty is the correct answer.
Question number 159. Muhammad Ali Jinnah was in the support of.
Strong choice.
Muslim League is the right answer.
Question number 160. When was the Indian Constitution adopted?
Good job. Your answer 26 January 1950 works well here.
Question number 161. When was first five-year plan introduced?
Smart move. 1951 is an accurate answer.
Question number 162. A Muslim government controlled the country of.
Great thinking. Pakistan is the right choice.
Question number 163. Drafting committee completed its work on.
Good thinking. 26th May 1949 is the right answer.
Question number 164. Dash River flows through Madhya Pradesh.
Perfect. Chambal is the correct choice.
Question number 165. Where did the Constituent Assembly meet?
Well done. New Delhi is the right choice.
Question number 166. Dr. Ambedkar was the chairman of the.
You got it. Your choice drafting committee is right.
Question number 167. Which were two major superpowers in world?
Solid response. USSR and USA is a valid choice.
Question number 168. Who was chairman of drafting committee?
Well reasoned. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is the correct choice. Question number 169. One of world's largest slum in Bombay is.
Exactly. Dharavi makes sense and it is right choice.
Question number 170. What country ruled over colonial India?
Sharp thinking. Britain is the right choice.
Question number 171. Where did Gandhi study to be a lawyer?
Smart pick. Britain is the correct choice.
Question number 172. What is the old name of Madhya Pradesh? Nicely done. Central Province is a solid answer.
Question number 173. India has not developed nuclear power.
You chose false. And it is correct.
Question number 174. The first 5 years plan was focused on.
Nice work. You chose agriculture development and it is correct.
Question number 175. What does the Constitution guarantee?
You're right. All of the above is the correct answer.
Question number 176. What was India's population in 1947?
Correct response. 345 million is the most accurate answer.
Question number 177. Untouchable people are also known as.
Excellent. Horizons is a brilliant choice.
Question number 178. When did India got its independence?
15th August 1947 is true.
Question number 179. When Planning Commission was set up?
Right again, 1950 is a valid answer.
Question number 180. East Pakistan became the country of? Right choice. Bangladesh is the best answer. Question number 181. In which state Mahanadi River flows?
On track. Both A and B is the correct answer.
Question number 182. Founder of Indian National Congress?
Nice selection. Hume is the correct and valid answer. Question number 183. What is Universal Adult Franchise?
Exactly. Right to vote makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 184. Who made the Indian Constitution? Smart move. B.R. Ambedkar is an accurate answer.
Question number 185. When did Bhilai Steel Plant set up? Excellent. 1959 is a brilliant choice. Question number 186. What is one of Gandhi's main aims? Clear logic. Your choice freedom from the British is sound and 100% true. Question number 187. Which is the world's largest slum? Great thinking. Dharavi is the right choice. Question number 188. After how many days of days died? Correct, 58 is the right answer. Question number 189. The United Nations was formed in? Perfect. 1945 is the correct choice. Question number 190. Who was the Bal in Lal Bal Pal? Bravo. Bal Gangadhar Tilak is the answer. Question number 191. What is the meaning of franchise?
Great job. The right to vote is the accurate answer.
Question number 192. Constitution was adopted on dash.
Good thinking. 26 January 1950 is the right answer.
Question number 193. On which day Short Sri Ramu die?
Well done. 15 December 1952 is the right choice.
Question number 194. Who assassinated Mahatma Gandhi?
Strong choice. Nathuram Godse is the right answer.
Question number 195. What is the work of legislative?
Excellent choice. Makes law is the right answer.
Question number 196. What do you mean by linguistic?
Correct response. Relating to language is the most accurate answer.
Question number 197. Indian Constitution was made on?
26 November 1949 is the correct choice.
Question number 198. When was our Constitution made?
Right again. 26 January 1950 is a valid answer.
Question number 199. Simon Commission came India in?
Well picked. 1928 is the correct answer. Question number 200. When did Potti Sriramulu died?
Solid response. 15 Dec 1950 is a valid choice.
Question number 201. Cabinet mission established in?
Nice work. You chose 1946 and it is correct. Question number 202. Father of Indian Constitution.
Good job. Your answer, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, works well here.
Question number 203. When India became independent?
You got it. Your choice, August 1947, is right. Question number 204. What is the full form of OFF?
Sharp thinking. Universal Adult Franchise is the right choice.
Question number 205. The Congress Party was led by...
Right choice. Jawaharlal Nehru is the best answer.
Question number 216. First Home Minister of India. Valid point. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel is true. Question number 217. Dash was formulated in 1956. You chose second five-year plan, and it is correct.
Question number 208. What ideology is followed?
You're right. Socialism is the correct answer. Question number 219. Dash assassinated Gandhiji. Well reasoned. Nathuram Godse is the correct choice. Question number 210. Meaning of linguistic is... Nicely done. Relating to language is a solid answer. Question number 211. SARC was established in...
Good job. Your answer 1985 works well here.
Question number 212. Mahatma Gandhi taught us. Nicely done. Non-violence is a solid answer.
Question number 213. India ally itself with...
Clear logic. Your choice. Did not A-lead is sound and 100% true.
Question number 214. In 1945, what happened?
Smart pick. Formation of United Nations is the correct choice.
Question number 215. The Iron Man of India. You chose Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, and it is correct.
Question number 216. East Pakistan became...
Strong choice. Bangladesh is the right answer.
Question number 217, full form of NAM is?
Sharp thinking. Non-aligned movement is the right choice.
Question number 218, partition means two.
Great job. Separated divide is the accurate answer.
Question number 219. Who is Ice Shorty?
Correct response. Gandhian leader is the most accurate answer. Question number 220. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format?
Bravo. Contact Narayan Changder on Facebook is the answer.